Now that's how you play football. From now on, that's how you play football. Huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
Ready, break. What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about our North Carolina Tar Heels heading up to Scott Stadium and taking care of business against the Virginia Cavaliers, 41-14 in the South's oldest rivalry. And first and foremost, I want to say this. You guys know that I have been a huge proponent for, things changing in Chapel Hill as far as the coaching situation is concerned, because I've been so disappointed with the product that's on the field. But I want to say this. Congratulations to Mac Brown and this Tar Heel football team for taking care of business during the bye week, coming out here and just playing a really clean, sound football game and making Tar Heel Nation proud to be a Tar Heel. 41-14 against one of your rivals, and truly it is a great day to be a Tar Heel, man. Shout out to number 13, Tylee Craft, bro. This one is for you, and I really think that our North Carolina Tar Heels took a page out of the saying that you so eloquently put all the time, bro, and I stinking love it. Keep swinging, baby. Keep swinging. So let's get into the stats in this thing, man. The North Carolina Tar Heels finished this game with 428 yards of total offense compared to UVA's 288, and a lot of those were kind of in garbage time as Carolina started to kind of ease up on the defensive side and get some second-team guys in. If I'm not mistaken, UVA had less than 100 yards of total offense in the first half, and Carolina, I think, was up 24-6 at the half. Now, UNC had 2 turnovers, right? 4. Not that they had 2 turnovers. Virginia had 2 turnovers, and one of them was a Jahvaree Ritzie pick 6, 84 yards down the sideline for a touchdown, bro. And we're sitting here talking about Carolina driving and Calandria starting to get into a stinking rhythm. Somebody gets a hand up. All of a sudden, my man Jahvaree has the football in his hands, and he's got that stinking thing held out here like this as he's trying to stiff arm somebody, and he heads up the stinking left sideline, bro, for 6, man. Huge stinking play. How many defensive tackles in the country can stinking hit the sideline and have an 84-yard touchdown on a stinking pick, bro? Amazingly athletic play by Jahvaree Ritzie, bro. And it really did kind of quell any type of comeback that the Virginia Cavaliers thought that they might have, bro. Just a huge stinking play from the defense and from Jahvaree Ritzie. Big play, man. Another thing from the defense that I was so impressed with. The North Carolina defense had 10 sacks, man. 10 of them. And Kamen Rucker said he was 100%, and he sure did look 100% because my man Kamen had 3 by himself. I think Ontavious Stick Lane had 1. Des Evans had 1. I think Bo had 1 or 2. The defensive line really did look explosive, especially on the edges, man. So, hey, shout out to Jeff Collins. And shout out to the Carolina stinking defense for going up to Scott Stadium and setting the tone, man. Pick 6 from your defensive tackle. The defense had 10 sacks. It's the first time they've done that since, I think, 2000. And they only give up 288 yards of total offense, bro. And when I say that they shut down the run game, like I've told you guys 100 times, I'm going to say it until I'm Carolina blue in the face. If you shut down the run, if you commit to stopping the run, and you're successful, you will win a lot of football games, man. And it was great to see them have a game plan, stick to it, guys filling, and just making outstanding plays. And it all starts with the trenches. It starts with the trenches. It starts with the trenches, man. Carolina set the tone at the defensive line position, allowed the linebackers to get to where they were supposed to be, allowed those safeties to come downhill and fill. And just a really good all-around defensive effort from North Carolina, okay? Calandria was held in check. They ended up going to Tony Muskett. They just tried to, just wasn't Anthony Calandria's night. And I was pretty impressed with the Tar Heel defense only giving up 14 against Anthony Calandria. And, even Malachi Fields did not really have a huge game. So really big shout out to that defense, man, setting the tone. Jacoby Criswell has one of his best games as a Tar Heel, talking about all around. He went 19 for 30, 293 yards with 2 touchdown passes. Omarion Hampton goes over the 1,000-yard mark for the second consecutive season. 25 carries, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then how about my man J.J. Jones, bro? 5 receptions, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And one of them was on a bubble screen. That was Carolina's first 6 points. Made fantastic moves out in the open field to get 6 and put Carolina up 7-3. And then I was really impressed with JJ's body control at the end of the second half. We were kind of just ready to settle for 3, go up 20-6. Go up to the half 20-6. And we've been talking about Jacoby Criswell hitting on a couple of deep shots. And with 5 seconds left in the second half, he gave his man JJ a chance. And JJ went up there and made a play, man. And I just could not be happier with this football team and their ability to make plays. We haven't seen a lot of that this year, man. We haven't seen a ton of that, especially over the course of the last 4 weeks. And Carolina was making plays on both sides of the football this week, man. Both sides of the football. And that bye week truly did do something for this football team. Another kind of unspoken thing, or one of those things that you won't necessarily see in the stat books that I was really impressed with. Elijah Hussey coming up and fielding punts, man. I mean, he had to have saved us 75, 80 yards of total field position by just coming up and fielding punts with guys, UVA guys all around him. So shout out to Elijah for, putting himself in harm's way, if you will, and making plays to preserve some of that field position, man. Tommy, he only had a punt 2 times. I think he averaged like 41 yards per punt. So it's good that he only had a punt 2 times. That means we're scoring a lot. And then, Noah Burnett went 2 for 3 with his field goals. I think he missed a 50-yarder, and he had a long of 30. So 2 of 3, you'd like for him to hit that 50-yarder. He kind of yanked it. But at the end of the day, man, Carolina moves to 4-4, 1-3 in a conference. And like we kind of alluded to, every game remaining here is a winnable football game. And up next, Carolina goes down to Tallahassee, and they play Florida State. And we'll get more into the Florida State game. It's been, not a good place for Mac Brown playing against FSU. Obviously, he's got some history there and everything. But Carolina needed to handle business today, and that sets the tone for the rest of the year. And Mac Brown alluded to that as he was walking off the field, and he was interviewed by the lady from CW. I can't remember her name, but I can't remember the direct quote. But he said, basically, this is the first game. This is the first game that sets the tone for the rest of the year, man. So 41-14, and we finally got to see what I would say is the best performance from this team this year. This is what this team should have been all year. And it was good to see them carry it from the first half to the second half. Now we need to see if they can carry it from this week to next week. And they got a tremendous opportunity to go down to Tallahassee and beat the Florida State Seminoles, who are going to be in for a dogfight down in Coral Gables this Saturday. Actually, a little bit later tonight, man. So definitely want to check out that football game. Watch the Stinking Canes and the Noles. And we'll talk about more about that game as it gets closer. But once again, 41-14, North Carolina in the South's oldest rivalry. It is a great day to be a Tar Heel. It's a great win for this program. It's a great win for Mac. It's a great win considering all that this team has been through in these past couple of weeks, man. So you let me know what you think about this dub down in the comments section, Tar Heel, and even Wahoo Nation. And if you haven't already, man, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next Saturday, baby. Go Heels!
I'm a Tar Heel!